Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, we got the Mileena trailer for Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Mileena, long anticipated, long asked for, and she is here and she looks fantastic. Now, to start with, before we even break down the gameplay, and there's a lot of good stuff, let's go back to that intro real quick. So the intro opens up with a whole bunch of wreckage here. You know, what's this overturned? People falling down. And yo, this is Kitana's other intro. The one where she's carried in on the throne by her servants. So Mileena found him, kinda gave him a bad day, wrecked that whole throne. Just bad news for all of them. Because Kitana, false con, usurper, Mileena, the real deal. Now, onto the moves. First thing we get here is this guy. Reads like an overhead just due to the general attack animation. And also due to the nature of the animation, it looks like it will go over low attack, so it'll be a low crush. Here we get a little bit of taste of seemingly like Mortal Kombat X and her forward 3 string. So this guy here, the first hit doesn't look like an overhead, but the second hit potentially. At which point we go into basically a hit throw style of animation where we switch sides. So, hey, there's a lot of potential in this string, especially, hey, side switchers always welcome. Now we have the classic teleport kick, and it looks really good here. So first off here, the animation itself, it seems to be pretty fast, and this is the enhanced follow-up. So we get a little bit of a dunk afterwards, so a knockdown, hopefully enough where you can pressure after the fact. But yeah, the initial startup, very quick, so you better pay attention when you're tossing fireballs against Mileena, because she will easily counter you by the looks of this. Now, another thing to note about this as well, so this also side switches, right? So if you're in that situation where you're being pressured and you as Mileena are in the corner, an EX teleport kick basically reverses the story. So you'll be putting your enemy towards the corner while you get to escape. And you get all that screen real estate to run away with, and that might be helpful as we'll talk about her zoning in a bit. But yeah, just everything about this looks great. This has always been her signature move and looks very faithfully recreated and strong for Mortal Kombat 11. So this here appears to be her forward throw, and yes, there is a crushing blow attached to it, as she just takes a bite out of you. So she actually removes her mask first and just, unleashes the beauty, gives you a lovely kiss, which I'm sure everyone wants, and then just rips into you. While in terms of just pure gameplay, hey, it's a basic forward throw. It's nothing special, but it perfectly captures the essence of what the character is, right? Just perfectly fits Mileena. Coming up, we have the classic side toss here, and this is the air side, and I love this for so many reasons, so let's bear with me on this one. We're going to get into it. Okay, so first off here, the actual air side itself. They are two separate projectiles, so that's very good, just for all manner of reasons. At the very least, screen control and all that kind of stuff. So if you're trying to jump around it, since there are two separate projectiles at two separate heights, it is just that much harder to get around for one. Also, for pure combo ability, the second side pops them up just a little bit here, and Mileena lands and returns to neutral first, so you absolutely can get more combo stuff after the air side, because it just keeps you up high enough in the air, you definitely will be able to follow up in some manner. And lastly, the way she does it is the exact pose from Mortal Kombat 2, like exactly. Mortal Kombat 2, very near and dear to me, and Mileena in Mortal Kombat 2, because until Mortal Kombat 2 and Mileena, I would just mash. I would pick E Honda and mash punches to do 100 hand slap, right? I didn't know how to quote-unquote play fighting games till Mortal Kombat 2 and Mileena. That's why she's always been my favorite Mortal Kombat character. So to see a direct shot and a reference to Mortal Kombat 2 just makes me very happy. And yes, in case you didn't see it here, she is wearing the helmet of the Khan here, because she is Shao Kahn's true daughter and the legitimate heir to Outworld. It's also in the plot. Even Sonya recognizes her claim to Outworld in Mortal Kombat X, just so you know. Now, this next move is just insanity here. So, this is not the classic ball here. The ball will be later in the video. But yeah, she just does like a full screen, low as possible slide. Like to the point where like even certain lows might go over her head. She just scraping off the ground and gets you. And here we have the enhanced. And she just savages you, just ripping you in the back of the head. And helps you go down with her teleport. And she just rips you apart, dude. This might be a variation move that replaces ball, not sure, but I just love how she can use her teleports offensively and just grab you with it. I just think that is so cool. The animation's top notch. quick seemingly B4 sweep. And now let's go back to talking about how the animations are top notch here. Cause yo, so this appears to be her back throw and she'll just get you. And you know what? Screw you. I don't even need to look at you, right? I know this is going to happen. I'm just going to look at my nails. And then she does a teleport at the end here and just kicks you back, proper back throw style. Man, Mileena definitely get a little more, tender love and care as some other characters. And I guess fair enough because people wanted her for so long. But yeah, the animations are amazing for this character. And naturally, the Mileena ball is, of course, in the game. So the move starts out here and we have an enhanced point here when you turn around, basically going across the other way, the way you came. And then you have a juggle opportunity. We don't get to see how the move ends without the enhance, but knowing how Mortal Kombat 11 works, you just gotta burn that bar if you want the juggle, right? That makes sense, right? But yeah, so as it stands, classic ball, some nice little graphics with it, some nice little ethereal pink and blues, and nice little combo ender. But let's talk about that combo ender. So after the dropkick, Mileena turns invisible, and then, all the fancy stuff you can do while nobody can see you, but actually seems to be on the back of the dropkick. So right before she lands on the ground from the dropkick, she actually starts turning a little ethereal, and then we get a meter burn. So it's actually might be tied to that string, the way I'm looking at it anyways. We might need a little bit more info on this one, but it does look pretty interesting to me. And next up, well, you're going to have more Vietnam flashbacks and Rambo, because yes, Loci is back. Now, Loci, almost certainly a variation-specific move, but if you don't know why it's so good, if you didn't play MKX, well, I think the picture is painted pretty clearly here, because she low profiles most of the projectiles in this game are highs, therefore duckable, and she can basically counter zone for free, as the move itself low profile. So she be low to the ground, your move goes over her head, and then you are the one who gets hit. Not to mention, least of which, it has a crushing blow now too. So yeah, great move, one of her best moves ever, and looks to be even better yet, so watch out. Moving forward here, we have to be what might be a variation-specific string, not too sure, but yeah, very reminiscent of like Ravenous Mileena back in MKX. So in the middle of this string, we have like a hit throw style animation, and she just gouges your eyes out, and then switches sides. The animations, once again, very top-notch, very fantastic, and just vicious, as very, very appropriate for Mileena. Next up, we have the base classic Psy move, so just the regular version and the enhanced version at that. And once again, they are two separate projectiles, and that's very good. Also, the high projectile, the second projectile hits high up, like really high up, so it actually will probably catch your toes on a lot of jumps. So that's just really good. And as for if you're trying to duck it in neutral, well, the EX version, hey, you're definitely not ducking that. Coming up, we got another string and another example combo here. So this guy here seems to be a strong hit confirm string, and we have the ball roll again, except the ball roll looks different than we had it before. So I don't know if there's like multiple variation takes. This is just the more classic style. You enhance, and we get the juggle, and at which point here, just recombo follow-up, and we get the string ender, and that is a crushing blow. So it might be like a sub-zero kind of deal, where if you get XYZ many hits in a combo, then that move is a crushing blow. It appears that way to me. And again, with some very juicy strings here. So this looks to be a low starter. Got to watch your toes, right? And if you get hit, then basically we get this lovely animation where she just raises you up and stabs you. Mileena, very much watch your toes, block low kind of character, seemingly. And the hits just keep coming because we got this absolute insanity. So she tosses her Psy low to the ground, like skimming off the ground, and then it reaches up when seemingly reaches contact with the enemy, enhanceable for an extra hit. So I don't know if this is the kind of deal where you got to hold it, and when you release it, then it'll launch, or if it just launches on contact with the foe, but very inventive use of the Psy. Does Mileena have command grabs? You betcha she does. So we got a crushing blow at the end here as well, because we have the wake up roll and she's catching it. So like many other command grabs, that's the crushing blow requirement. And as it stands on top of the very vicious animation, this does appear to be a high command grab, so you're going to be able to duck it. But let's look at the animation here. So we get the stab, and then she's basically playing like 5-finger fillet with your face. As you can see, the size kind of going between your fingers before we get the final just vicious stab. So command grabs always welcome. Highs, well, I prefer a mid, honestly. But as long as we have proper block strings into tick throws, we'll see. We'll play around with it. But yeah, just another tool in an already ever-expanding arsenal. And here's Katana stealing moves like she always does, and Mileena's had enough of this nonsense. You know, I'm getting revenge for myself, I'm getting revenge for Jade. Katana, you've stolen enough from enough people. You've stolen the dreams of the people of Outworld. It's time for the true Khan to return. And for the Fatal, well, it's YouTube, I'm not going to show it, but think Sonic the Hedgehog if Sonic got a lot more vicious. But yeah, that is the trailer, and man, there's a lot. I love NRS trailers. They always give you a lot to work with, and just a lot of fun stuff to look at. And man, Mileena looking like $1,000,000. Along with Rambo, along with Rain, they're knocking all these DLCs out of the park. On a personal note, I said this before, but Mileena is my favorite Mortal Kombat character, and maybe my favorite character overall in fighting games. She's the one who taught me basically how to play fighting games back in the day, right? And due to certain segments of the community, they put a damper on my love for Mileena, right? Because sometimes those crazy Mileena fans, they just didn't know when to stop. But now, seeing this, all that love is just coming back. I am so ready to try out Mileena in Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. She looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to what Mortal Kombat 11 has to offer. And with all that said, friends, that's enough rambling from me. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Mortal Kombat.